If there was one word everybody at this Davos used at least once, it was crisis.
The crisis is getting worse. When you get to the real economy, values are still going down. It's going to take a very drastic action to turn that around, if it can be turned around.
According to Murdoch, $50 trillion worth of personal wealth evaporated over the last 12 months as the crisis moved from the financial to the economic sphere. Never mind the already well-known spectacular losses in the banking industry. Well-known doomsayer Stephen Roach had this to say.
We cannot underestimate the challenges and the dangers that the world economy faces in 2009. This will most likely be the first year since the end of World War II when world GDP actually contracts.
And others predicted a half-decade of pain.
People are in denial about just how serious this is. I don't think we're even halfway through this crisis. I think we're looking at something that could take 5 years to play out.
And despite the hopes raised by the passage this week by the US House of Representatives of an $819 billion stimulus package, the largest in history, the reality seems to be that this recession will be with us for a long time to come, with Britain in particular, according to the IMF, facing its worst year since the 1930s.
For the United States, indeed for the English-speaking world, this is not going to look U-shaped at all. I think we're looking at very low growth rates on a time horizon of even 10 years. We'll be lucky if the US economy grows at an average rate of 1% over the next decade.
The consensus view was that despite their own downturns, the economies of Asia, and China in particular, will continue to chalk up positive growth, even if it is lower than before.
Thanks to our right judgment of the situation and prompt and decisive adjustment of our macroeconomic policy, our economy remains on the right track of steady and fast development.
How long will the world remain in the doldrums? Some recovery may arrive by 2010, but most agree it will be so weak as to be barely noticeable. And most delegates here in Davos agreed there will be no easy fix.
Nobody knows. Look, there will be a combination eventually which will work. I don't know what the combination is, and I don't know how long it's going to take. And anybody who tells you they do know the answer, they're dreaming, I'm afraid. It's going to take time, and we've got some very good people working on it all over the world. But it's tough. It's very tough.